And here's a look at some of the notable games of the week in the NFL schedule. The Bucs looking to avenge their loss to the Rams in the playoffs last season. The last two Super Bowl champs in peril of missing out on the postseason altogether in 2022. Atlanta began the season with 35-1 odds to win the AFC South. Well, through 8 weeks, the Falcons are in first place. They host the Chargers, and any Andy Reid-led team is 20-3. Coming off a bye week, the Chiefs have the red-hot Titans to deal with, and the Jets have a chance to go over their preseason win total of 5.5. But to do it this weekend, they'll have to upset the Bills. And week 9 of the NFL season is already underway with the Eagles winning in Houston Thursday night. And as we look ahead to Sunday, let's welcome in the one and only Wizard of Odds, Kenny White. Now, Kenny, if the NFC South wasn't so soft, I'd call it a last-chance saloon game in Tampa. But for the defending champs, it's kind of got to feel that way. Both the Bucs and Rams, they're terrible against the spread. Tampa's 2-6, LA's 2-5. The Bucs are favored by 3.5. The total's 42. What is the play here?
Yeah, both teams major disappointment, and it's amazing what a difference a year makes. From last year, these two had a shootout in the regular season, a 30-27 shootout in the playoffs, and this year both teams really struggling to get the football in the end zone. Rams have struggling just moving the football overall, 31st in the NFL in yards per play. Tampa, number 25. We know a lot of that has had to do with their offensive line woes and then their wide receiver injuries early in the season. I'm going under the total here. I'm going to go under the 42.5. Both defenses have not lived up to what I thought they would be, because I really thought both these are top 5 defenses in the NFL. Right now, the Rams number 14 in yards per play allowed. A lot of that could be that they're on the field a lot. The Rams are punting more than they have been in the past. Tampa Bay number 7. So that all being said, the defenses are both teams, even though they haven't been as good as I thought they'd be, they've far outshined the offensive side. I think this is going to be a must-win for both teams. So it's a playoff-type football game. Even though these are losing records, these are still good teams. They know how to win, but it's going to be a defensive battle.
We think they're good teams. After this weekend, we might not be saying that about both teams. Along with the Rams and Bucs, the Jaguars are the worst team against the spread so far this season. What's your best bet against the spread for Week 9?
You mentioned the team in the NFC South right now that's in first place, the Atlanta Falcons, getting no respect. And I believe this game really matches up two teams, one that's getting a little more respect than they should from what they did last year in the Chargers, and one that's not getting enough respect in what they did last year in the Falcons. You know, this is a different year. The Chargers have been a dink and dunk offense all year long. I don't know if there's something wrong with Justin Herbert's arm. But they just do not stretch the field like they used to. Keenan Allen was out long stretch. Mike Williams now injured. So they've had some injuries there. But the Falcons have been very impressive. One of the best ATS records in the NFL. Big win last week. They had to come from behind and get very fortunate to win the game. So they got to be a fortunate team right now. Feeling fortunate, but also disrespected being an underdog in this game. So I really like the Falcons. I thought they should have been a favorite.
That's against the spread. Let's talk totals now. What's the best pick you got for a total in Week 9?
Well, it's going to be the Sunday night game, and Andy Reid playing in that game. I'm going to go over 46 points with Tennessee and Kansas City. And Andy Reid in his preparation, I think that helps the offense just as well as it helps the defense. They're number 2 offensively in yards per play, number 15 on the defensive end. Tennessee continues to get better on offense as Derrick Henry continues to roll. As he runs it and continues to chew up yardage, it does chew up some of the clock, but they move the ball so well down the field, and they do put up points when he's that good. So I'm going over 46. All
right, lastly, a money line sprinkle. What team's odds are just too good to ignore on the money line this weekend?
Well, for me, it's the Atlanta Falcons. Again, I thought they should be the favorite. So if I'm going to get a plus price with a team that I think should be the favorite, I'm going to bet that, and it's already a play of mine. It'll be more than a money line sprinkle for me. It's a money line play. Arthur Smith, I think, has done a nice job with Atlanta. Did a very good job at Tennessee. Takes time. You got to prove to me that you're an NFL head coach. So far to me, looks like he might be.
All right, quick look at Kenny's picks for Week 9 of the NFL season. The Wizard likes the under for the Rams and Bucs and what he's calling a must-win for both teams. The over for the Titans and Chiefs. And Kenny's big on the Falcons, getting 3 at home to the Chargers, and he likes them on the money line as well. All right, Kenny, one thing left to do on the NFL side of things. The Wizard, what has he conjured up for a Week 9 parlay?
Let's find a correlated parlay, and let's go with the Jets plus double digits, 11.5. The total of 46. We're going to go under there. So if we can get a low-scoring game, got a very good chance that the Jets cover this. Such a big number for division opponents with winning records. You very rarely see a team with a winning record like the Jets. So getting no respect here with that type of number. Buffalo's had a great season. We know they're the best team in the NFL. They do take their foot off the pedal. You saw it last week against Green Bay. Could happen this week against the Jets. Or maybe they just don't get that big a lead against the Jets the entire game because that defense on New York side is pretty tough. Both defenses are really good. So Jets and under is my parlay.
All right, Kenny White, the Wizard of Odds, thank you so much. Let's take a look at Kenny's parlay one more time. For a $25 bet, we'll cash out at 66, and it's all between the Jets and Bills. He likes the Jets getting 11.5 against the Bills and the under on that AFC East battle as well.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.